Joby Aviation is developing an all-electric vertical takeoff and landing eVTOL air taxi aimed at connecting cities around the world faster and more conveniently. The eVTOL can carry a pilot and 4 passengers up to 200 miles per hour for a range of 100 miles, enabling higher utilization through faster turnaround times in urban areas. One of their major goals is to provide an aerial transportation service that is up to 5 times faster than driving, while steadily reducing end-user pricing after commercial launch. The company is currently working on certifying its aircraft with the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, and has also started collaborating with regulators from other countries, including Japan, South Korea, and the UAE. Joby's team has been developing the aircraft in-house for over a decade, focusing on vertical integration for engineering, testing, prototyping, and manufacturing. They do this because it allows them to better control the optimization of systems and components throughout the aircraft, resulting in better energy efficiency, range, and speed, compared to using commercial off-the-shelf parts. The eVTOL is reported to be designed with distributed electric propulsion to offer greater redundancy than centrally located internal combustion engines. Additionally, noise signature has been minimized to make the aircraft quieter than a twin-engine helicopter. To power those electric birds, Joby Aviation has designed a proprietary charging infrastructure called Global Electric Aviation Charging System, GEACS, that is optimized for electric aircraft. GEACS purportedly supports the safe and efficient operation of all electric aircraft on the market, including Joby's aircraft. In 2023, they announced plans to open source and share the universal charging interface specifications they developed, aiming to promote adoption of new transportation technologies and specifically encourage air taxis. Joby explains it has set out to address the urban air mobility market by offering a potential solution to the strain placed on ground-based transportation networks due to population growth and urbanization. With over 50% of the world's population living in urban areas and predictions of an additional 2.5 billion people in urban areas by 2050, traditional transportation infrastructure is struggling to keep up. They go on to cite traffic congestion costing the U.S. economy over $190 billion annually, with automobile commuters losing nearly 5 billion hours per year due to traffic jams. While claiming ground-based networks like new light rail lines and subways are too expensive for efficient scaling. That's why they point to urban air mobility as a sustainable alternative that can provide faster and more convenient city-to-city transportation without adding to the strain on ground infrastructure. On the environmental front, the company cites the transportation sector is the top source of CO2 emissions in the U.S. Now, with lithium-ion batteries, power electronics, and microelectronics, electric ground vehicles have been successful, and now battery technology has reached a level practical for aviation. Joby states an aerial mobility network offers a significant market opportunity due to its nodal nature, providing exponential connectivity as nodes increase. This could unlock previously untapped demand, similar to how modern jetliners enabled transatlantic travel. According to Morgan Stanley estimates, the urban air mobility sector's total addressable market could reach $1 trillion globally by 2040, initially reflecting clean energy eVTOL replacements, but with potential for further applications. As mentioned earlier, Joby Aviation's business model focuses on vertical integration, allowing them to tightly integrate operations and create innovative solutions quickly through close collaboration between different teams, and ultimately offers a competitive advantage in the market. By controlling various aspects of their aircraft's design, manufacturing, and operation, Joby Aviation aims to provide a superior air taxi service that meets exacting requirements for speed, convenience, and efficiency. At the same time, they're developing an app-based aerial ride-sharing service powered by a network of eVTOL aircraft. The service aims to provide fast, convenient, comfortable, environmentally sustainable, and progressively more affordable transportation. By integrating air and ground legs and coordinating multiple riders into each flight, they intend to optimize the service and reduce end-user pricing, while generating recurring revenues over the lifetime of the aircraft. Joby anticipates that being the first to market with their eVTOL air taxi will provide them with a competitive advantage and allow them to gradually reduce end-user prices after commercial launch. They believe that as more passengers enter the network, utilization rates for their aircraft will increase, improving unit economics and allowing costs to be spread over more trips. Additionally, they expect cost reductions from increased manufacturing scale to support lower pricing without impacting profitability. However, even with these proposed advantages, we must remember the market for urban air mobility, UAM, is still emerging and its potential growth is uncertain due to various factors such as rapidly changing technologies, price competition, evolving government regulations, industry standards, consumer demands, and adoption rate. Joby Aviation acknowledges the risks associated with the UAM market's uncertainty, which could impact their business operations and profitability in targeted markets. The success of Joby's services depends on their ability to provide significant time savings for passengers compared to alternative modes of transportation, accurately predict demand and price sensitivity, and address regulatory, political, operational, logistical challenges in launching their aerial ride-sharing service by 2025. They also acknowledge that even with initial launches in metropolitan areas, there's no guarantee that the UAM market will develop as expected or at the same rate. Consumer adoption and willingness to pay for these services are crucial factors affecting the company's success. On the subject of certifications, Joby is working towards obtaining type certification from the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, for its eVTOL air taxi. The company has already signed a Stage 4 G1 certification basis with the FAA, which outlines specific requirements that need to be met by their aircraft for commercial operations. Joby anticipates initially certifying the aircraft for day and night visual flight rules, VFR operations, with plans to amend the design for instrument flight rules, IFR capabilities later on. The type certification process is divided into 5 stages: defining the scope of the project, identifying means of compliance with safety rules, developing detailed certification plans, conducting testing and analysis, and a final stage where results are verified by the FAA, leading to the issuance of a type certificate. Joby expects this certificate will be recognized in certain international markets through bilateral agreements between the FAA and other civil aviation authorities. The company has also applied for aircraft certification in the United Kingdom and Japan, while signing an agreement with the Road and Transport Authority of Dubai, RTA, for air taxi services in Dubai, which includes a roadmap for local approval that could precede type certification by the FAA. Joby is also working towards obtaining FAA production certification for its eVTOL air taxi. They aim to leverage advanced manufacturing techniques like additive manufacturing to improve aircraft performance, but can use conventional methods if necessary. The company received their Part 135 air carrier certificate in 2022, allowing them to conduct on-demand and limited scheduled operations. A commuter air carrier authorization would enable unlimited scheduled flights. Joby Aviation also acquired a Part 145 repair station certificate for performing maintenance activities on their eVTOL aircraft once certified. However, the FAA has indicated that relevant operational regulations for eVTOLs won't be finalized until late 2024, which could impact their launch timeline. Airspace Integration is working on developing aircraft that can operate under fixed-wing flight rules with a pilot in command on board. As air traffic density increases, they aim to expand ground infrastructure for increased efficiency, collaborate with regulatory bodies like the FAA to establish procedures along high-demand routes, and explore long-term concepts such as digital clearance delivery and automated coordination between service providers to increase airspace scalability. They are also involved in NASA and FAA initiatives to enable mature and autonomous operations. Though even with all their effort to operate their eVTOL air taxi within existing U.S. regulatory framework, Joby acknowledges that disagreements with regulatory authorities might prohibit or restrict their services' launch in specific markets. For example, the FAA or other regulators may introduce changes to address high-volume flights, which could affect Joby's business and operations. If airspace regulations don't allow for increased air traffic capacity, it may limit the growth of the business due to potential operational constraints. Future operations might face challenges around major airports if airspace capacity can't be increased. Other hurdles could emerge from outdated procedures and technologies in the national airspace system, which could lead to capacity issues during peak travel times or bad weather. The main premise of plans is to increase engagement with local communities and key international partners for successful air transportation services. They aim to work with state and local authorities for zoning and land use approvals. Noise regulations play a crucial role in airport operations, and the company has designed its aircraft to minimize noise, allowing for more flexible operations near residential areas. The eVTOL's noise profile is about 65 dBA, similar to a normal talking voice, which suggests it won't be limited to on-airport activities. Though operations are still initially going to target a few major metropolitan areas and busy airports. Consequently, this makes the company vulnerable to a degree of geographic concentration risk, meaning disruptions from natural disasters, disease outbreaks, economic constraints, regulatory changes, or other issues affecting these areas could severely impact their business. Additionally, concentrating on large cities means they're susceptible to contagious diseases spreading due to high traveler volume. Regulatory rules or airport fees might also negatively affect operations and financial results. While these last few concerns are relatively remote risks, they are still worth mentioning given the unpredictable impacts on travel we've witnessed at the start of the 2020s. In terms of partnerships, Joby has established several with major companies across various sectors to bolster its position in the eVTOL market. These collaborations include Toyota, which invested almost $1 billion and is assisting with manufacturing processes.
We share the dream of creating a path in the sky with Joby, and we intend to further develop our collaboration by working together to realize this vision. Just the thought of flying cars is so exciting.
Delta Airlines, which plans to offer premium airport transportation services through their booking platform. SK Telecom for participation in Korea's KUAM Grand Challenge. And Uber, whose acquisition of Uber Elevate has provided valuable software tools and an aerial ride-sharing service integration. Additionally, Joby Aviation operates under contract with the U.S. Air Force, providing insights into operational capabilities and maintenance profiles before commercial launch. From a broader perspective, Joby sees potential growth opportunities beyond their core mobility business, such as deliveries and logistics or emergency services. Indicating strategic investments to tap into these markets could be on the table in the future. The company also believes advancements in advanced flight controls, battery technology, and alternative energy storage could improve their primary service by reducing costs, lowering customer prices, and easing operational constraints. They may also look for partnerships or acquisitions of companies that align with their strategic direction. For instance, hydrogen fuel cells or solid-state batteries could play a significant role in decarbonizing flight long-term. In 2021, they acquired H2FLY, which achieved the world's first piloted flight of a liquid hydrogen-powered electric aircraft in 2023. In general, Joby faces competition from ground-based mobility solutions, other eVTOL developers, operators, and local, regional incumbent aircraft charter services. Key factors for success include superior eVTOL performance compared to competitors, timely certification and service operations, efficient manufacturing at scale, and affordable service expansion. Providing valuable routes and services, developing next-gen tech, and maintaining high-quality, reliable, and safe products are also crucial. This is why Joby places a heavy emphasis on their vertically integrated approach, which they assert offers the best long-term prospects for certifying and producing aircraft. Capturing first-mover advantage is another recurring target. Even if this is achieved, the company expects initial pricing to attract relatively affluent consumers, bringing up the need to address new markets and expand their customer base to grow the business. The success of their unit economics depends on future technology advancements like aerial and ground-based autonomy. Furthermore, integrating service with ground transportation services cannot be overlooked. If not achieved, the air taxi service may face limited customer adoption and harm to the business. The success of their multimodal service depends on third-party ground operators, and any issues they face, such as financial instability, poor service, or safety incidents, could negatively impact Joby's reputation and consequently affect their business operations. After all, taking an air taxi would only be a portion of a passenger's journey. The service could have trouble taking off if there are difficulties or inconveniences with getting to and from Joby flights. Electric transportation of all kinds are certainly on the rise. Flights are just the next step up. For more on Joby Aviation and other companies, follow Ascencore. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.